So I'm taking a little walk on the other side of the lake. Look how thick it is back in here. Some inhospitable terrain. But occasionally you get these little open areas here. Probably where people can fish and animals can drink. I'm not sure if this is a people trail or an animal trail I'm on. I've seen both human and animal sign on it. By human sign, I mean litter. And here it's starting to get into that spongy material again. Not gonna go too much further, I don't think. This is probably about as far as I'm gonna go. My foot's still wet from the last time. On the last side. You know, one thing I have to say is every time I've ever hiked a trail or gone anywhere in this general area, I've always seen bear sign, bear tracks, bear something. And in this place, nothing. It's almost like this is a bear-free zone. The last trail that I hiked out here with my wife and my mother-in-law were with me. I don't remember if I mentioned it or not on the podcast, but we saw a lot of bear scat. A lot. Basically, every time two trails would interconnect, there would be scat. Huh. Look at that. That was cut by man. Some kind of tool. Interesting. I didn't notice it on the way out. But you see, look how thick it is back in there. Anything could be back in there. Or nothing. It's amazing when you think about people coming here in the early days, the 1900s, 1800s, before modern conveniences and settling in these areas and breaking brush and ground and building houses with nothing but hand tools and elbow grease. I've got all kinds of modern conveniences, and I can barely stand a walk through the woods on a established trail. It's Alaska. There's plains everywhere. That's one thing that surprises me about Alaska. Actually, you know, once you think about it for a couple of seconds, I guess it makes sense. But I was just wondering, why isn't there more reported sightings of Bigfoot by pilots? And I think I kind of just answered my own question there. I don't think a lot of pilots want to go on record saying they saw Bigfoot. It's probably not good for their career. If you guys remember, way back, and I think it was episode 2, 3-ish, I was talking about the stigmata of paranormal experiences and how it can adversely affect people's lives. And I believe I told the story of the Japanese pilot saw the UFO. I believe it was in Anchorage back in the 80s, and it cost him not his job, but they put him on a desk and wouldn't let him fly for a long time. So I think that kind of answers my question as to why there's not more Bigfoot sightings reported by pilots. I'm sure they probably happen. I'm also sure people that work hard to get their pilot's license probably don't want to endanger that. So they're probably pretty tight-lipped about it. Alright. Well, I'm almost back to the vehicle. I think I'm going to take another little break, drink some water, maybe listen to some music, and then I think I'll go for another little walk in the other direction instead of making a big circle like I did. I'll stay along the shoreline there. That's an interesting thing. What is that? Some kind of nest? It's weird. I don't know what it is. I don't see anything around it. It's just like all those little pine cones are just, maybe they just fell there. Weird. Damn, nature, you scary. Let's see, this is the main area over here, you guys. This is where, when you come here, when you pull into the parking lot, this is the area you come to. It's pretty cool. This is a beautiful area. I've never been here. This is actually my first time here. I mean, I've been to other places in the refuge here, other trails, other areas. This is my first time here, and I have to say there's something about it. Maybe it's just because of the time of the year. I'm not usually out here during this time of the year. It just feels a little different. Like I said, no bear scat, no bear sign. It's a little too early for them to be hibernating. In fact, they should be out trying to get any last minute snacks they can before they go into hibernation. So they should actually be more active now that the salmon runs are over. They should be more out into the wilderness trying to get food. I don't know. Maybe it's got to do with the proximity of this place to the road, like I said. Over there, just a little ways, is the main highway. And up there, probably about a half mile, is Ski Lac Loop Road. But like I said, over there is nothing. Lots and lots of nothing. And what a burned area where that forest fire came through. So interesting. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna take a break and come back here in a little bit maybe and pick it up somewhere else. Maybe take a different trail.